Kia ora. It's time for another weekly update, and this week I'm privileged to be with Kristin and Riley, two of our Year 13 students. And these guys were part of a group of around 10 students who went to the Ngā Manu Nature Reserve, which looks at conservation and ecology, during the last school holidays. So it's taken us a little while to get you together because you're very busy people, and have a bit of a chat about your experiences there. So look, Kristin, just in terms of your experience at Ngā Manu, tell us about what you did, what you experienced. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was a really good time. We got to experience a whole wide range of activities, including water testing, bird banding, plant identification, and some conservation matters. Yeah, it was a really good time.
And of course, this is a facility on our doorstep, really, just in Waikanae. So had you been before, or is this your first time?
No, I hadn't been before.
Wow, okay. And I have to say, I'm sorry to admit, I haven't been either. So I'm certainly putting it at the top of my to-do list. But Riley, you were also part of the team. Tell us about your experience there.
It was pretty cool, honestly. I got to see a lot of the insides and the ins and outs of things that really kind of pushed me towards thinking about doing the job, I guess. But it was good seeing the ins and outs of everything going on, which really...
Cool. So in terms of pushing you into doing a job, so is this something you're thinking about for your future?
Yeah.
Right.
Study. I'm thinking about studying at uni somewhere.
Yeah.
Some sort of ecology or conservation. So.
Right. And were you thinking of that beforehand, or has this just pushed you in that direction?
Yeah, it's kind of pushed me over the edge, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how about you, Kristin? What was your highlight of the week? What was the thing you enjoyed the most?
Yeah, we did one day where we got to experience bird handling, so we got to hold doves and quails and learn how to band them as well, and we talked a little bit about how to safely mist net without injuring birds when you're banding them and stuff. Yeah.
How to what? Mist net?
Mist net, yeah.
Oh, what's that mean?
It's a really fine net which the birds don't see, and so they fly into it, and it's a way of capturing them.
Right.
So that you can band them and identify them.
Right, that's fantastic. And you were talking earlier on, Riley, a little bit about animal husbandry. So tell us about that.
Just kind of like the looking after the birds and the first aid on the birds, and we did a dissection of a duck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was pretty gross, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, got to see how everything works and everything.
Yeah,
But it's just mainly husbandry is like looking after the birds, I guess.
Right. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And what about your future, Kristin? I don't, maybe not in this field quite for you, but but it's had an influence, I guess.
I've always grown up in the conservation area. My dad worked in that area, so it's always been a part of my past, and it's definitely something that I'll continue with in my future. Just probably not career-wise, but as a volunteer aspect. Yeah.
That's awesome. Very good. So I don't mind saying I was speaking to your teacher, Miss Turner, only a couple of weeks ago, and she's pretty passionate about this and would like to do it again. Maybe even looking at doing it in term time at some point as well. So what would your advice be to other people that might be thinking about this as either as a future career or just getting involved?
Yeah, I think it's a really, really good experience, and there are parts of it that won't be for you, but if you just give all of it a go, then you'll find that there are parts that you really enjoy, and that, as Riley said, might help you towards thinking towards your future.
And Riley, would you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was going into it a bit like not sure if I'll enjoy it or even if I want to go. But once I was there and doing it, I really changed my mind. So I think definitely just worth having a go.
Sweet, that's awesome. Now, finally, you're both in Year 13. We can tell because you're not wearing a school uniform, and you're both also student leaders. So thanks for all you do in terms of supporting others in school. Kristin, tell us about your role and what you're involved in school at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm one of the international captains, so I help to orientate all the exchange students when they arrive, and organise some events for them and make sure that they're settling into the school, in school life.
Enjoying that?
Yeah, they're really good people.
Nice. And you play netball, I understand, as well?
Yes. Yeah, netball during the winter and volleyball during the summer.
Great. So you've been very involved in school, which is great. And Riley, one of our sports captains, I understand.
Yeah.
So you're having a busy time with that, or how's it going?
Pretty. It's been pretty busy. Tried to host a lot of events during lunchtimes. It's been pretty crazy organising, but it's been good fun, especially coming up to winter tournament week. That'll be pretty cool seeing all the results and all the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so cool though, getting things going for our kids at lunchtime and just keeping them active. They often say, oh, we're bored, but actually no reason to be bored. There's so many things going on here, which is great. And you were saying earlier on that you're also playing sport at the moment.
Yeah, hockey. Yeah, I'm a captain of the first 11, which is pretty cool.
Great. Well, I hope you have a rest of a great season. Thanks for all you're doing to contribute to the life of leaders as well as students at the college, and thanks for talking to us about Ngā Manu. Really enjoyed that, and certainly inspired me to go and check it out, and hopefully others watching, if you haven't been, get along to Ngā Manu Nature Reserve and go and support our amazing local facilities. So Kristin and Riley, thanks very much for your time, really appreciate it. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Ki pai te rā.